All right, so welcome to another video. Today, I want to share with you how to figure out a direction for a stock within just about 30 seconds. It's pretty simple. You're going to kind of laugh at yourself maybe when you see this thing. And we kind of use this in the industry as well for actually more option trades, but you'll get the idea from the technical analysis perspective here in this video. So let's check this out, and I'm going to show you some insight and give you some thoughts also on the side of options as well. So from an options perspective, when we look at an option trade and we're starting to figure out where does this option side go. So let's say we go in and we're saying, hey, well, we've got some option trades. Well, what's going to be the value of that option a little bit later? So what we can do is, let's say we've got a 30-day option, and then we want to figure out what the 20-day, what it's going to be worth, when it's 20 days. Well, we'll just look at the 20-day options. So how do we do this from a technical side, from a chart perspective? Well, from a chart perspective, it's really similar. And when you go in and let's say we take a look at a chart, let's say this is the chart we're looking at from CRM, and we've got a lot of noise here, right? There's a lot of chop, the stock's been kind of going down and then it's kind of heading higher. So you're like, is the direction bullish? Is it bearish? So we've got some to the bearish side and we got some to the bullish side. So here's the question. First off, you want to know, how long of a time frame do you really want to look at? If you're like a shorter term trader or a longer term trader, you're looking at the daily right now maybe, and that might be the most common. But look, if you're holding a position for maybe a month, maybe you want to look at the monthly bars. If you're holding a position for longer, you might want to hold it for a little longer. So let's say I want to see for this month, how's that stock behaving? Well, take a look. Now you just pretty much look at colors. So for the last few months, look, we've been red, 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 and now we're getting a green bar. So we are actually now in a bullish move. So if you had a lot of this chop in the past, and now you're saying, hey, well, I think it might be a good position. Well, look at this color. Look at the bar. Pretty simple. Now you could combine it within looking at volume, moving averages, MACD, stochastic, RSI, all kinds of different things, looking at crossovers. But from a simple perspective, it's like, look, for the month right now, you are in a bullish positive movement. It's very simple to look at the colors and just see it. Very simple. So you could do this with any stock chart. You could look at it from a monthly. You could look at it from a weekly. Let's say you like to trade for the week, and you can kind of get an idea in general, hey, the last few weeks, what's been going on, and then what's also happening here this week. So if you're trading on a Thursday and you're seeing this week's green, you might want to be more bullish, unless you're playing the counter trend or contrarian side. In that case, you would go bearish. But take any chart. Let's say we go Twilio and we're looking at the daily or something like that, and we're starting to see, oh, okay, it's moving to the upside. But is it really bullish? Let's look at the weekly chart. Yeah, it looks bullish. Let's look at the monthly. The candlestick is red, but we are pushing and we're starting to reverse it. So it might actually turn green here very soon. So this is how you do it. It's very simple technique and little tip and trick for you guys. You can also do this the same thing, let's say you're trading 10-minute type stuff or off the 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes it's hard to figure out hey, where do I get into this position? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? And obviously right now, hindsight, it's very easy to see, but all you got to do is, let's say we take the 130-minute, and now what we can see is, hey, there's that bar, there's that bar, there's that bar. They're all green, and you could trade off of that. So anyway, my point is that, look, if you're looking at charts on the daily and you're looking at on the daily bars, in order for you to now figure out stock direction, because it might be noisy, just take a look at the monthly and you'll see that bar for that month. What is it? Now, if you're at the beginning of the month, maybe a little bit more trickier. But towards the middle or end of the month, it's a lot easier to see those things. Let's take a look at Facebook. Yeah, we've had a bad month, another bad month before that, and now we're getting into a good month. So it might be that things are now changing, and now I might want to go more bullish. So anyways, this is a quick little tip and trick technique that you could kind of use for your own system, just to see and give you a perspective hey, do I want to be bullish? Do I want to be bearish? And in that case, where's the stock? How's it positioning? And what is it doing? Because there's always a lot of chop out there, and you just don't know sometimes, hey, with a lot of movements, it's to the downside. Do I want to get bullish or bearish? You could just start looking at the weekly, and even then that could be choppy. So then you'll hit the monthly, and now you can see, okay, it's a lot easier to see one candle, focus on one, rather than, over concentrating on an overall pattern. It just simplifies it. I know it's totally simple and dumb, but it just clears the clutter, because a lot of the things in trading, we just get too much information, too much stuff and data that we have to process and figure out. And if you can simplify that process, you'll make it a lot easier on yourself mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and you'll start making better trading decisions. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Join me in the Discord channel if you're brand new, or check out our websites and join one of the live classes. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.